In case you missed it, here's a look at the headlines from the past week. I'm Stephen Walker with a check on the week that was. Somewhat exciting weekend in Vernon County, and not for the best of reasons. On Friday, August 15th, the Viroqua Police Department received a call that a man with an outstanding warrant was seen in the parking lot of a local business. When police arrived at the location, Nathan Gossman of Canton, Minnesota, fled the scene and led police on a high-speed chase. That chase continued until Gossman left the road near Retreat, Wisconsin, east of DeSoto. Vernon County Sheriff Roy Torgerson said Gossman escaped on foot before stealing an ATV and eventually stealing a Town of Wheatland dump truck. Finally, Gossman was arrested on Monday evening, August 18th. Sheriff Torgerson said the Wheatland vehicle was recovered on the following morning, and thankfully, no civilians were injured during the incident.
Things like this have the potential for people to get hurt, including innocent people, and I'm so very thankful that he is in custody and that no one was hurt as the result.
Sheriff Torgerson said the Vernon County District Attorney will be looking to charge Gossman with at least 2 counts of burglary and 1 count of auto theft, in addition to multiple felonies concerning the vehicle chase. 2 Chippewa Falls City alderpersons have resigned from their positions. Heather Martell and Scott Sullivan have questioned the transparency of the city's auditing process and have decided they can no longer continue to work for a city because of its conduct of business. Martell called for a forensic audit to be done in the city's finances. Sullivan said there's been questionable choices with how money moves around or is even reported. Chippewa Falls Mayor Jason Heese says the city is plenty transparent with how it conducts business. He says the forensic auditing Martell is calling for is asking for specific account details and even criminal activity, not to look at the city's financial data.
So a forensic audit would be look to a specific account, a specific item, not necessarily a top to bottom relook.
Why are they so against it?
There's really a lack of check and balances within the Treasury and how that all works.
Mayor Heese says Sullivan's seat on the council is up for grabs through an application process. How to find Martell's seat will be decided at the next city council meeting. The Chippewa Valley is one step closer to having another healthcare option. Aspirus Health held an official groundbreaking for their new hospital and clinic in Chippewa Falls. Aspirus is planning to have the 35,000 square foot building fully operational by September of 2026. Aspirus VP Chief Administrative Officer Ann Sadowska said this hospital will merge modern medicine with neighbors caring for neighbors.
We're going to be a community caring for a community, so you would expect some advanced technology from equipment at the bedside, our imaging equipment, lab equipment, and really just that hometown care.
Aspirus is hoping to close the healthcare gap that was left by the closings of the HSHS hospitals in the region. Coordinating efforts between departments is quite possibly the most important aspect of any large-scale emergency. Dashiell Menzel will show us how first responders in the Coulee region are practicing staying in line with one another.
Multiple emergency service agencies around the La Crosse area taking part in a full-scale exercise at UW-La Crosse's Sanford Hall Wednesday. The exercise simulates a fire emergency in a college dorm. While firefighters, officers, and other emergency workers arrive on scene, safety officials watch to make sure everything is done correctly. La Crosse County Emergency Management Coordinator Seth Wilson says preparation is a major benefit for any department.
Being able to do it in an environment where it's an exercise, fault-free environment, this is where you can make mistakes so that when a real emergency happens, their mistakes aren't made.
Molly McCormick with the La Crosse Fire Department says this exercise helps departments look for any gaps across the board.
Communication, whenever you've got a lot of different agencies involved, can always improve. So what are ways that we can do better from a fire standpoint, but also collaboratively? Is there more planning that we can do ahead of time? I think my goal is that this doesn't happen, and if it is, I want to make sure it goes as smooth as possible. So that's what today is let's find the gaps and let's fill them in.
Adrian Meyer with UW La Crosse Police says the ability for different departments to work together can indicate the amount of success in an emergency situation.
The teamwork, the collaboration, the community approach, Western, Viterbo, Mayo, Gunderson, La Crosse Police Department, Fire Department, local EM units coming together, the Sheriff's Department, all working as a team and testing our capabilities. The first thing is going to be communication. That's always a challenge. The different radios, different expectations. Just the teamwork involved, that's a great work of collaboration.
Attention. An emergency has been reported.
Emergency officials say that exercises of this scale are only done around once or twice a year.
Over 40 volunteers helped with the numerous agencies that were involved in the practice. To say there was a party when the first Raising Cane's opened its doors at the Onalaska location would be a wild understatement. Our very own Lucas Leyshock was on hand when the doors were flung open and the party began.
I'm live here at the grand opening of Raising Cane's in the La Crosse, Onalaska location, where history is being made one chicken finger at a time. The mayor has spoken, the ribbon has been cut, and I personally witnessed the very first order in this brand new Temple of Texas Toast. The vibes are crispy, the crowd is sauced up, and me, well, I'm just here wondering if this counts as breaking bread or breaking news. Either way, it's finger-licking historic.
You know, I really think a lot of folks scout out La Crosse, and we celebrate newness, right? We also like to maintain what we have, but bringing in new companies is also very refreshing for many of us as well. And again, just thinking about some of these restaurants are places you might see in bigger cities or when you go travel somewhere else. And so to know that they sought out our community and said, we want to establish a business here means a lot. They came out the gate with a $1,000 check to the Coulee Region Humane Society, and it just shows that this particular business is also about giving back to the community, and we appreciate that because we also need that, right? When some of these larger businesses come to our area, we want to make sure that they're actually contributing to our community, not only by providing jobs, but also contributing to our nonprofit organizations and our business community as well. I'm always excited as a new mayor coming in, and then I get to see the grand opening of many different businesses and locations that probably have been in the works for years. It just means a lot to bring things to this community that's going to continue to grow the community, serve as mentors for our young folks, and really give back.
As you can see, they got a DJ here. They got balloons, disco balls, a lot of chicken, and just a lot of good vibes. Be sure to get on over here and grab yourself an order at the new Raising Cane's location here in Onalaska.
The Onalaska Raising Cane's location is at 3740 Wisconsin Highway 16, right in front of the Valley View Mall. The opening was so highly anticipated that the city of La Crosse issued warnings about traffic congestion and slow-moving traffic. Now, not only was the opening of Raising Cane's happening, the bridge project on Highway 16 is still underway. Thankfully, no accidents or traffic incidents have been reported. Science and engineering brought hundreds of students to the Chippewa Valley recently. Alani Claudio was on hand for a robotics competition that's helping students grow in more ways than one.
Time for students to put some elbow grease into their robots if they want to win. The first robotics competition off-season event allowing everyone participating to both learn and grow in areas you might not think are related to building a robot.
Like communication skills, but then also those hard skills like learning how to use a drill and a wrench, and even like learning how to manage your time. Like me personally, really anxious person, would have never done any kind of public speaking, but being in robotics, like surprisingly enough, has actually helped me develop those communication and public speaking skills.
Putting every skill to the test is what participants like Alex Bielfeldt say helped him progress over the years in robotics, now giving him the chance to pay it forward.
Being able to train rookies, freshmen, and like mentor them kind of. So I'm really enjoying that, just watching them be able to learn like I did, because I remember my first competition and being nervous and not knowing what to do.
Some of the teams are actually new teams that are just getting knowledge about starting. And so this is a great way for them to see what's going to be happening and what to anticipate for the season. So it's really, really wonderful.
Those involved in the competition say it helps build interpersonal relationships so that when the match starts, you're locked in and ready to go, going for the title. But there's a teamwork evaluation that comes first to make sure the bot won't flop.
All valued differently, and so based on what the team can do together, how they're communicating, how they're working together, they can increase the number of points that they're making. So they all compete multiple times throughout the morning, and once they're ranked, then the top teams will actually compete again, and they will actually get to pick their alliance.
An alliance formed to bring awareness for robotics.
And just about really how that impacts a community and impacts the students within a community.
Students in junior and high school are now preparing for the upcoming robotics season that will begin in January. Speaking of schools, each year the La Crosse School District kicks off the school year with a welcome back celebration. Dashiell Menzel was there this year to see how excited everyone is to bring students back to the classroom.
Nearly 1,000 School District of La Crosse staff gathering at Logan High School as part of the annual Welcome Back celebration. District Superintendent Aaron Engel says the event is part pep rally, part reunion, and it is also an opportunity to tell staff about their importance to the community.
We are nothing without our teachers and our staff. They are the core of what we do. They're on the front lines every single day helping our students. They're why our community supports us. And because our community supports us, they're willing to do important things like fund buildings for the next century.
Engel adds that teachers deserve recognition for the challenges they face on a daily basis.
You might have a lesson that doesn't go well, a family that's in crisis, and so there's a lot you're thinking about as a teacher, and there's days when it is really, really tough. And so today is a way to help motivate folks, to get them excited for the work, knowing there's going to be tough days. We still want them to be excited for the incredible impact they're going to have in our community.
One teacher who is ready for the school year is Southern Bluffs elementary teacher Jill Shams.
We're starting a little bit earlier this year, but I think we're ready. We kind of get to August, and teachers are already starting to get into school mode. Our high school sports teams are already starting up with practices.
Shams adds that this is the only time of year that staff from all 19 schools in the district can come together. She says it provides an opportunity for teachers to talk about what they want to bring to students and the community.
Our goals are to make sure that we're meeting every student's need, no matter where they come from, what their background is, who they are, but just finding a space for them in our schools where they feel cared for, safe, loved, and then we give them a great education as well.
La Crosse will start school a little earlier than normal this year. Classes will begin on Thursday, August 21st. Most schools will then end their school year on Friday, May 29th. There are 2 schools in the district that have an extra fall break. They will then end on Friday, June 5th. Now, start times have also been a little earlier this year. They will start at 7:45 a.m. for elementary students, and those kids will get out at 2:30 p.m., while middle and high school students will begin their day at 8:25 and then end classes at 3:30 p.m. That's been a look at the week that was. For WI Proud, I'm Stephen Walker.